Welcome back, Fayettes and Fantasy Fiends, to chapters 5 through 8 of Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass. You're listening to Book for Two. I'm Scott.
And I'm Genevieve. If you're new here, welcome to our brand of chaos.
We bring the male and female perspectives, the wild theories, the heated debates, and of course,
the couples banter you never knew you needed, but now you can't escape.
She likes her books loaded with spice, betrayal, and enough brooding fey males to make her own assembly of death.
And he likes his with apocalyptic stakes, cinematic fight scenes, and character trauma that hits harder than Patro's insults.
Every week, we dive into the books that wreck your soul and make you cancel plans. And right now, we're deep diving Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass.
And once a month, we shake things up with a standalone book review. So if you love unhinged theories, emotional damage, and two readers yelling about their fictional obsessions, you're in the right place. Before we crack into the book, quick life update, because yes, we left the house.
Yep, so we recently enjoyed doing a panel for NerdCon in Crestview, Florida this past Saturday. We appreciate everyone who put on the con, the volunteers, vendors, and of course, you can't have NerdCon without nerds. I also love the way that they create a safe space for all nerd culture there, and we're hoping to go back next year.
Yes, and we will definitely be cosplaying next year. There were some absolutely stunning displays of creativity and artistry. Now we just have to pick up what we want to cosplay as. To top it all off, I walked out with my very first dice hoard. It all started because Scott saw a set of dice that matched my dress.
Exactly.
And it was all pretty much downhill girl math from there, I'd say. There was a purple set. There was a purple dice bag with a black cat on it. So obviously, and a dice tower that looked like a skull mountain. Decided to cosplay as a crystal. So I'll post a video. It's too cute.
Speaking of collabs, we have teamed up with the crew from Fantastic Pod for a special episode.
We fan cast Quicksilver. We debated the audiobook and waited to see if Scott rage quit. That one's recorded and dropping soon, so keep an eye out for that.
Now, I'll give you a hint to one of our castings. They were on the show Vikings and in the Hunger Games movies. Now, moving on to book club for October, we are going with a book that fits the Halloween season.
This time, the voting was brutal, but the winner squeaked through at the last second. Scott, give him the honors.
We are going to be reading Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. Imagine no sunrise, vampires running the world, and one very grumpy silver saint telling his bloody tragic life story.
I'm excited. I was secretly rooting for this one, but honestly, I was actually ready for any of this month's picks. They all sounded great. The date is locked in, October 20th at 6 p.m. Central. If you're local, come hang out at Salt and Story in Niceville. And if not, we will be streaming live on Discord.
Links are in the social, or just email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail.com to hop in.
Okay, before we hit play on the trauma, quick warning. This episode will contain spoilers for Blood of Hercules. Consider this your official spoiler shield.
Also, heads up, this is an adult content show. We swear like we are on an episode of Shameless, talk about murder like it's a kink, and when the spice hits, let's just say we don't fade the black. You've been warned, and you're very welcome.
We are back with a brand new deep dive, and this time it's Jasmine Mass's Blood of Hercules. A whole new world, a whole new pantheon, and some very bloody stakes.
Okay, so picture this. It's the future, and the Olympian gods aren't just gods anymore. They're basically running the government. And right in the middle of it, we meet Alexis Hert, Montana kid, stuck in foster care with abusive parents, growing up in a trailer park. Not exactly the hero origin story we're used to.
But Alexis isn't completely alone. She's got Charlie, her foster brother, and Nyx, the giant invisible snake who's equal parts protective and homicidal.
Somehow, Alexis survives all of that, parents, poverty, homelessness, and makes it to 19. She takes the Spartan test, and the results, she's one of them. Next thing you know, she's being painfully teleported straight into the Dolomites Coliseum.
And that's where things get really intense. Forget magical schools or friendly mentors. This initiation is a fight to the death.
Yep, nothing says congratulations, kid, like welcome to Sparta, grab a weapon, and good luck not dying.
So what's on deck this episode? Oh, just a massacre that makes the Hunger Games look like Pee-wee football.
And if that's not enough, Alexis gets saddled with not one, but two broody bunch assholes as mentors. Lucky her.
Don't worry, though. We've got plenty of banter to lighten the bloodshed.
Plus, He Said, She Said is back, and Spartan Center returns on SGCN. Stick around to see who made our top 5 replays. All right. Real quick before we dive into the drama, shameless plug time. Sub, review, follow us, feed the algorithm gods, and hey, if you know a bookish friend who'd vibe with us, send them our way.
If you're not already hanging out with us on socials, now's the time. There's sneak peeks, unfiltered chaos, the occasional random live. Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central, we're on TikTok Live. Always. Sometimes it's deep theories. Sometimes it's total gremlin energy, and sometimes Scott gets peer pressured into reading the spicy bits.
And Discord, get in there. If you've ever screamed about a plot twist at 2 a.m. and wanted someone to scream back, that's the place. The crew is growing, it's unhinged, and it's glorious.
Visual gremlins, we see you. YouTube's live, full episodes, full spirals, and yes, every side eye I throw at Scott, all in glorious HD.
Come treat yourself with our merch.
We're talking t-shirts.
Treat yourself.
Mugs.
Treat yourself.
Notebooks.
Treat yourself.
Even vanity plates.
Treat yourself. Because nothing says functional adult like slapping a dog Hallmark tagline on your car at bookfor2.com.
Okay, spoiler shield up. This episode covers Blood of Hercules, and Jasmine Mass gives us a full content warning, which we are passing on. I am reading directly from the book. This is a story of dark romance and darker obsession. Please note that it contains themes that may be triggering for some readers. There is violence, depictions of murder, stalking, suicidal thoughts, bullying, explicit language, and betrayal. For a full list, please see the author's website, jasminemassbooks.com. It's a slow burn, but there are open door scenes. Please take care of yourself. If any of these aren't your jam, now is your chance to tap out. All right. The warnings have been dropped. The tea is hot. The chaos is unlocked.
All right, let's dive into episode 2, chapters 5 through 8, Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass.
Let's turn the page. The Initiation Massacre, chapter 5, Alexis.
Immortality's on the line. Who's ready to be initiated?
So after Zeus's rousing electric light show of a speech, we shift gears to another house leader, Hades, or as we're calling him, Mike Brady.
Yes.
He's basically nightmare fuel in a toga, complete with a 3-headed dog the size of a minivan. Yes, a Cerberus. Think Fluffy from the first Harry Potter book, only with rabies and way too much gym time. And of course, where there's Hades, there's Persephone, Carol Brady, and our little sitcom crossover here.
Yeah, our little Carol Brady, gotta have her.
Half Spartan, half whatever liaison. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, I think that's an I, right?
Yeah, liaison was.
Basically,
Asian. Basically a dark creature with power over plants.
Yeah.
She's terrifying, but in a botanical way. So like Poison Ivy traded Gotham for Sparta.
Nice. Now, don't look at Persephone wrong. Hades does not mess around when it comes to his boo. He'll kill you, Spartan or not. Spartans in general are pretty loose about relationships. Immortals too. But Hades and Persephone, that was off limits. And even though the house leaders were paired up, they all kept things wide open. Which honestly is a blessing, because if this followed Greek mythology word for word, we'd be drowning in incest storylines. And none of us asked for that.
No, we did not. All right, when it's Hades' turn to speak, let's just say eloquence is not his thing. He cuts right to the point. Picture, it's raining, adrenaline is already spiking in every candidate's bloodstream, and black smoke starts pouring off him, filling the arena. Total goth dad energy. Talk about Shadow Daddy. Now, before we dive into what happens next, I need to give you homework. If you haven't seen The Kingsman, the first one directed by Matthew Vaughn, go watch the church scene. That's the vibe here. Pure us.
Worth it.
Because Hades then bellows, "Fight to the death!" And that's exactly what happened.
The crowd starts their big chant about immortality being a right. I guess watching kids butcher each other is a proud Spartan tradition. I'm not going to play color commentator on the whole fight. It was ugly. Especially the creature kid smashing his own head in. That's a level of brutal I did not need visualized. The wild part, Alexis had already been through so much with her foster parents, it's probably hard on her for this. And then out of nowhere, some Chthonic boy saves her, even though Zeus made this big speech about there being none this year. What's up with that?
Interesting. And when the dust, smoke, fog finally settles, there are only 10 left standing. Congratulations, you've made it to the Crucible. But the scene is absolute nightmare fuel. When the fog rolls back, the arena looks straight out of House of 1,000 Corpses.
Gross.
Blood, bodies, wreckage. It's less training grounds and more horror. Zeus doesn't even blink. He just announces if they survive the Crucible, their mentors will be bumped up to generals of Sparta, because clearly promotion via bloodbath is the Spartan way. And then comes fate. White hair, purple eyes, strolling in like she owns the place. She asks Alexis her name, but the kicker, Alexis swears she already knows her. It's like that, I think I know you from somewhere. There's this eerie pull, the sense of familiarity. like fate has been hovering at the edges of her life all along.
But after an awkward pause, Fate just yanks Alexis in and says, Fates are rooting for you, like she already knew her name. I mean, she is Fate. Her eyes flash that unnatural blue angry mom stare, and she makes Alexis say it out loud. So this definitely feels like an oath situation, I think. Then she tells Alexis to take a chance on killers if she wants to survive. So that, I think, confirms that Fate reading from chapter 1. After that, Zeus is back in business, handing out mentors. These are the psychos who have no problem kneeling in the pools of blood from the massacre that just happened minutes ago.
All right, during this blood-soaked roll call, we find out that the Chthonic boy is just another abandoned mutt. Alexis, though, catches on. She's convinced nobody else realizes what he really is.
Interesting.
And then it's her turn. And let's just say her introduction to the room is less than enthusiastic. And she gets paired up with Patro, Peter Brady, and Achilles, Bobby Brady.
All right.
Which, let's be honest, lines up a little too well with that pesky prophecy again. And these two mountains of muscle, they welcome her with, "You're ours now." Cue the ominous drum beat. Quote,
"Let me be crystal clear. We own you, and we won't go easy on you because you're a abandoned girl. Also, you disgust us. We don't like you, and we never will. So rid yourself of all romantic delusions. Here's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to survive the crucible and make us generals. Then, we're going to forget you ever existed. You're Olympian, and we're Chthonic. We don't give a single shit about you. Got it? Understand?
You disgust me too?" End quote.
Great way to greet somebody.
Great way.
Then Zeus lays it out. Survive the crucible until the January Citizen Initiation Ball. Make it through graduation next morning, and congratulations, you're immortal. Oh, and if a broody bunch survives, they're automatically drafted into the broody bunch, which Zeus swears isn't a problem this year because Guy really needs better scouting reports. Meanwhile, Nyx finally wakes up from getting her bell rung during the massacre, looks over at Alexis' new mentors, and just goes,
"You're screwed. That man is not well. You can see it in his eyes. He wants to devour you violently."
0 lies detected.
So the initiates get 2 weeks to heal from what I'm calling Hunger Games on meth. After that, a full year of training. 3 days every 2 weeks under the watchful eyes of their brand new mentors. Great. And of course, we close in true Spartan fashion with a chant. "Immortality is not a right. It is a privilege." And then the broody bunch poof travels them all away. And that's when the adrenaline finally crashes. The pain comes rushing in and Alexis goes down cold.
Nice. Great way to start this one.
Heck
with
yeah.
a giant fucking massacre.
That is a heck of a hazing. I tell you what.
What the fuck?
They went from 50 down to 10. Like, they weren't allowed to stop until there were 10 of them.
That's why we said to check out the Kingsman, because the whole time I was reading that, I was laughing my ass off just thinking about the Kingsman. And then that dude, which is my pick, by the way, the horned creature guy, just bashing his head. And what did he say? "I don't belong here," or something? "I made a mistake," I think he said.
Somehow he hadn't felt me knock against him. And he said, "I didn't mean to. I swear I didn't mean to." He was on his knees all alone. The black fog writhed around him like it was attacking him. And he said, "No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I lied. I meant to do it." And then he started punching himself in the head. So I don't know if he was talking to her.
I think whatever
fog?
the fog created, maybe some vision that he saw.
That's interesting.
Still pretty fucked up.
That's very. Well, that was your pick, huh? Okay.
Well, yeah, because that was fucking insane. This whole thing was insane.
Yeah, this whole thing was insane.
I love this fucking shit. This is just insanity. I need this.
Yes.
In my life.
Oh my gosh.
So basically 50 19-year-olds, so 40 are slaughtered, and everyone is just like,
yeah. It's a privilege. It's a privilege, guys. Oh my gosh.
It didn't last long either. It was quick.
No, not at all. It doesn't seem like it lasted very long at all.
Like Hunger Games, it lasts like weeks. This was like minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to be getting any packages out of the air or sponsors or maybe sponsors.
That's why I think this is just absolutely Kingsman right here. That's why I thought about that scene, 'cause it was just carnage.
Yeah, and there was no weapons allowed, so it was just all insanity.
That was hilarious. All right, and then Fate, she said some interesting shit. So Fate has put her on the path with who we're calling Peter and Bobby.
The Broody Bunch.
Yeah, Peter and Bobby Broodies. Yeah, because that was part of what she saw. So she is trying to help force this along, but she also said that we are rooting for you.
Yeah, what was that
Is there
about?
more than her?
I thought in the first chapter she said she was the only one left, but maybe we and they are the same.
Or sometimes they talk like that. Cause if you go back to Greek mythology, they talk like that, the three sisters.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they are considering we, I, the same.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that if she refers to the other fates again. Yeah. Speaking about Fate, though.
Yeah.
She's the same woman that dropped Charlie off, isn't she? And that's where Alexis recognizes her from. Yeah. Okay. So Alexis still doesn't realize that's where she recognizes her.
You don't think she might recognize her from another time as well?
I don't know. Maybe. It's possible she doesn't say. That would be the most recent time.
Because somehow she became an orphan, and we don't know if Fate might have intervened during that time as well.
Yeah, that's totally true.
Because she said she feels familiar. And I feel like feels familiar versus recognizes, because again, words matter. Mm-hmm. So that feels like a different thing to me. So feels familiar is when you walk by someone, you feel familiar. That's like a weird feeling. I feel like I know that person.
Yeah.
Versus recognize, oh, that's fucking that dude from blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
To me, that's how it goes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. More of a gut feeling rather than a recognition.
There you go. Like that.
So speaking of Fate again,
Oakley Doakley.
Why are her eyes turning blue? Do we have any thoughts on that?
You said with the Broody Bunch, their eyes turn crimson whenever they cast. So
maybe Olympians turn blue? Do we know anything about theirs?
Do we know what color?
I don't know. I don't think I've
We're
seen
gonna
anything
go back
about
and
their
look.
eyes.
I want to see if they mentioned anything about their eyes. If they turn any colors or what color their eyes were. Or maybe it's Fate people. Maybe her race does it.
Maybe. Okay. We'll just keep an eye on that. So her eyes turn blue.
Eye colors are going to matter, I think.
Clearly.
Big time. So what is our quote?
Our quote is obviously, "You disgust me too?" That's the best. That's just the best greeting ever.
No, but seriously, could you just imagine, picture this girl real quick. Picture what she has gone through so far. She thought that she was just this normal ass poor girl being bullied in high school, just taking some tests to try to get the fuck out of Dodge and go to some badass university to take care of her and Charlie and Fluffy. And then all of a sudden, now she's a fucking Spartan, magically whisked away, painfully, to the Coliseum of all Coliseums to fight in a fucking massacre.
To the death, potentially.
You have fucking sex and war show up. And the first thing they start doing is talking mad shit to you. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like,
this is gotta be like the trippiest day of her entire life, right?
This is one day. This has been one fucking day for this girl.
Like, I can't even. Wow.
Dude, seriously.
And she's barely even blinking at it. She's just, "You disgust me too?"
Right? And the only rest she has had this whole day is her passing out from the fucking pain of everything.
Like the adrenaline wears off and she's, instead of dying, I'm going to pass out instead.
This is like one of those, you go back home and like, my friends aren't going to believe this shit.
Yeah, for sure. No one would believe you if you told them this is your day. They'd be like, prove it.
So funny. God damn, so funny. Man. All right, we already did my pick. So what was yours?
My was a little bit more serious. There was comfort in wearing a mask and pretending everything was all right. I had done it every day of my miserable life. Yes. I believe that's when Patro was telling her to smile and pretend and all that good stuff. So
yeah, that definitely points to a neurodivergency because we all know what masking is like.
Yeah.
We've been doing it our whole lives. We still do it, but luckily you and I have been taking the mask off.
Is
very safe space.
Fabulous. All right. We also got a trope kind of thing coming on here. The trainer trainee enemies kind of thing going on.
Bully fucking
and bully.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's going to be hilarious.
And we
got some sense.
We also got some sense.
All right.
Yeah, the sense thing is definitely a trope. Like, it's got to be.
All right. What does Achilles smell like?
All right. He smells like amber and fire.
Amber and fire. Yes. Okay.
And Patro smells like mint and ice.
Ooh.
Like, I guess mint just naturally has an ice.
It does. Yeah. Whenever people think of mint, they think icy. Like,
fire
also, you remember those old spearmint commercials and shit? Whenever they'd blow out, there'd be a mist. And you're
the ice crystals.
And then you'd buy the gum and you're like, how come my shit doesn't do that? Like, it's fucking bullshit.
I think she even said like his breath was cooling on her face. Interesting.
Oh, I thought you were a nerd. Maybe you knew why my breath. Character call out. So the Chthonic kid that no one's supposed to know about, who's also in the band in Mud, his name is Drex.
Yes.
Not Drax from
not
Marvel,
Drax.
but Drex. Okay. And then I want to do a quick lore talk because this is interesting. So it is every 3 years this happens, right? Is that what they said?
The SGC competition is every 3 years.
Okay.
It sounds like they have this every year for all the 19-year-olds. Is that accurate?
Because the reason why I'm questioning how often they have this is because when they say the first 10 after this massacre happens make a crucible, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see if they earn immortality and become Spartan citizens, which that makes sense if it's a yearly thing, right? Yearly test to become a citizen. But the thing that I'm questioning is the ones that do survive and become citizens, their mentors become generals, right? And the mentors are usually the mutts or the heirs and heiresses, right?
I believe so.
My question is, how are they not all generals and mentors already if this happens every single year? You're telling me Achilles and Patro every single year has just had shitty crucible people and have never made it?
I don't know if they were allowed to be mentors.
Okay.
Yet. I'm not sure exactly how all of that works. Maybe it'll be explained. I'm not sure.
There's many more mutts, right? Because the ones in the book in the front cover are just the ones that we're focusing on for the story. Okay.
Yes, there's a lot. Okay. Yeah. Like a lot of the people in the thing were mutts.
But I still question the generals thing, because then you'd have a whole shit ton of generals every single year. You'd have hundreds of generals by now.
But it's only the mentor.
But what I'm saying is, if you even have just one citizen who passes the crucible every single year for the last 100 years, you would have 100 generals, is what I'm saying by now. Because you have a different mentor becoming a general. So that's why I'm questioning, like, how often does this happen?
That is a good question.
I'm not saying it's a plot hole or anything, because I know this is not meant to be taken vastly seriously.
And maybe general is like rank 1.
Okay, but I still am questioning.
Yeah, I'm questioning how often this happens. Yeah, it's a year process for this.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody there was 19. Oh,
that's a lot of generals is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That is a lot of generals. Unless general is just 01.
That's what I'm wondering.
And then general 2 is 02. I don't know.
Like, I want to know the rank structure. Is the house leader, Zeus and all them, are they generals? So do you get your own house when you become a general? That's the question.
Augustus is a general, and he's
just an heir
of the house of Ares.
Yes.
And he's a general for some reason.
Probably because he won as a mentor or something.
That's what I assume. Based on what we've learned so far, that's what I assume. Okay.
Oh.
Woo. That's what many don't survive.
Or is general just a broad term?
For an officer?
For an officer, yeah.
That's what I was
Maybe that's,
like,
yeah, you're right.
Maybe
you're
now
right.
they're
Probably
just
like a 01 officer.
Yeah,
and
a commissioned officer
and like the
now.
creatures are like the enlisted.
Oh, yeah,
okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
We're just going to go with that until it's better explained. She might explain, she might not. Again, I don't think this book is meant to be that serious.
No, it's probably not. We probably went way too far into that. But I just wanted to understand like how often this was.
But this is what deep diving is. We're just supposed to have fun with it, ask some questions, and whatever.
I love it.
I'm not mad at it.
Me neither.
All right. You ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
Healing, Chapter 6. Alexis.
Murder threats, creepy ankle grabbing, and marriage laws nobody asked for. Let's endure it.
Alexis still doesn't believe for a second they aren't about to harvest her organs the moment she passes out. So she's stubbornly playing corpse on the biggest, softest bed she's ever seen her entire life. Bloodstained sheets and all, while Patro yells at her for being stubborn. She's got Nyx curled up under a pillow next to her, the closest thing to comfort she's had in days. But she's still unshowered from the Initiation Massacre, still wrecked from the adrenaline crash. Every muscle in her body is on fire.
And then the doctors finally roll in. Hey girl, time for your spa day. Except their version of spa day involves holding her down while they pop her shoulder back in like she's a Lego that came loose. And once that's done, they start cataloging her injuries. And oh my God, girlfriend, it's not just a list. It's a whole scroll. X-rays revealing so many fractures. She's basically Humpty Dumpty in a hoodie. And the kicker? Not all of them are new. And for a hot second, Patro actually looked shocked. Like he can't believe she's still breathing. But of course he recovers in record time and flips right back into drill sergeant mode. Why do you even have fractures? We don't have fractures. Congratulations, sir. You're built like a refrigerator. Of course you don't. And then he asks the big question. How did she even survive the party? And Alexis, being Alexis, isn't about to tell him about Nyx, so she just shrugs as much as she can with 80,000 broken things and says, I'm good at enduring. That might be the understatement of the century.
And that's when it clicks for Patro. The Olympians knew Alexis was weak and stuck her with the Crimson Duo on purpose.
Diabolical.
Set up from the start. If she dragged them down, they wouldn't be generals. Then the room goes dead silent, literally, because Achilles and Patro start signing to each other about killing the doctors. Why? So there wouldn't be any witnesses to Alexis being a weak link. Smart. And suddenly Alexis is realizing all those horror stories about the Broody Bunch being monsters weren't just stories. They're really about to do it. At first, the doctor's ordered to set her bones, which is when they let slip. Not all of these fractures are new.
And that little slip actually wasn't received as the compliment I think it was meant to be. The doctors are basically, wow, look how tough she is. And Patro heard, congratulations, your initiate has a history of being breakable. Which in his mind is basically a death sentence. So they rush through the laundry list of damage. Right forearm, both shoulders, left femur, ribs, 3 toes, 8 fingers, and her head. And that's just today's inventory. Basically, she's a one-woman ER case study. The doctors finish wrapping her up, pack their bags faster than she's ever seen in her life, and they bolt. Alexis doesn't even get a chance to yell after them, watch your books.
Probably for the best, because if Alexis had tried to ward the doctors, Patro and Achilles would have snapped all their necks. Patro then launches into a whole lecture about how to fight, but Alexis has checked out. She hit her social interaction limit for the day about 20 minutes ago, and she knows the moment he finds out about her blind eye and deaf ear, it's over. She's convinced he'd kill her without blinking.
Probably.
Thankfully, the medicine kicks in. She drifts off, slipping in and out of dreams, nightmares, and that half-conscious haze where time has no meaning.
Nyx is there, being her little comfort gremlin, and casually drops Medusa's name into conversation. And Alexis is, yeah, she's in the underworld because she sicked the Titans on the House of Zeus. But Nyx is not having that. She vehemently refutes that. Like, girl, you've got that all wrong. As Alexis tries to push for more, and she passes back out. Damn it. And in that half-conscious haze, she meets death.
Ooh. Pale
skin, hateful blood-red eyes, and this man just parks himself at the foot of her bed for hours, hand wrapped possessively around her ankle. Hot? Creep? Honestly, it's giving Edward Cullen with boundary issues. Meanwhile, someone with black painted nails is dabbing her forehead with a cold rag and insulting her while they're at it. And Alexis, queen of comebacks, even while wrapped up like a mummy, lifts a single bandaged middle finger. She gets a laugh from us, from Satan, and whoever else is in the room.
Another male voice shows up, whispering, good luck winning with a skeleton like her. Turns out the other guy in the room is a general already, which might be Augustus.
Yeah.
One time when she came to, piano music was playing in another room. For once, the nightmares quieted down. But then it was right back to darkness, dreams, pills forced down her throat, waking just long enough to get insulted before drifting again, over and over. Quote, blood was everywhere. Fists and cigarettes against my skin. My chest hurt as she died. Was I hurting her? Crimson eyes glowed as a hand touched my leg and a foreign curiosity burned inside my chest. The urge to devour filled me. It felt like someone else's emotion. A dagger was pressed into my sternum, and I waved bloody hands. A man screamed.
And bam, she's awake for real. Her first sight are the doors are wide open, and beyond them is this endless turquoise sea she's only ever seen in photos. It's gorgeous and serene. And then Patro walks in like a brick wall with legs. You're awake. No good morning, no glad you're alive, just that. And then he leaves. Classic Patro. Alexis clocks immediately that his voice doesn't match the dream insult guy. Different flavor of asshole, cool. And before she can even sit with that thought, the doctors are back. Time to take off the casts. But Alexis is lucid now and absolutely not about to let any of these motherfuckers lay a hand on her.
Her no to the doctors gets met with blank stares, and Patro steps in, ordering everyone out but female doctors. Not bad for Patro.
Good job, Patro.
So Alexis is alone with the doctor, still paranoid they're about to steal her organs, and watching every move she makes as the cast comes off. But instead of murder, the doctor's trying to play buddy, warning her about the Crimson Duo, calling them dangerous. Meanwhile, Alexis is just focused on keeping her breath even so she doesn't lose it. The silence, the doctor reads it as encouragement to keep talking, which honestly works out. Alexis doesn't know any of this stuff either.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we learn Patro swore a Spartan oath He only takes the muzzle off of Achilles if it's absolutely necessary.
That sounds very BDSM.
It's comforting too, right?
Anyway.
Absolutely necessary. Anyway,
Yeah.
The nurse isn't buying it, neither are we. She's convinced the muzzle isn't enough after that SGC incident. Achilles should have been shipped straight to the underworld.
What SGC incident?
That's where he learned his powers and essentially put everybody in the coma.
That's right. Thank you.
And got the muzzle.
That's right.
And then she pivots into doctor speak. Alexis's bones are mostly healed, but they'll be weak for the next 7 days. And apparently weak bones are a Zeus family tradition. Turns out the House of Zeus is notorious for fertility issues, and Theros was the first heir that they've managed in centuries. But wait, Sparta has a solution. The brand new child bride marriage law. That should fix it.
Wait, back up. Did she just say all citizens have to marry at 26? Everybody but the house leaders? That's a hard pass for Alexis. She never wanted to get married, and letting someone touch her sexually, fuck that. And of course, the law gets worse. The Broody Bunch aren't allowed to marry just anyone. They're required to marry Olympians, which basically guarantees their bloodline gets diluted. The Federation spins it as fixing Sparta's fertility problem. This sounds like a Handmaid's Tale.
This sounds really big. Familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Everyone else knows it's about forcing an alliance between the two sides.
And the nurse, she's practically giddy about it, as if forced marriage is the highlight of her social calendar.
She's indoctrinated.
And then she makes the mistake of trying to tuck Alexis's hair back like they're girlfriends at a sleepover. And Alexis dodges the touch and poof, friend magic gone. Instantly, the claws come back out. Mutt this, mutt that. Alexis doesn't rise to the bait. Instead, she just warns her, dead serious, hey, the Crimson Duo are going to hurt you. Alexis is a clueless child who doesn't understand how the great houses really work. They would never. And right then, the door slams open. Punchy and Silent have entered the chat. The nurse launches into babbling fangirl mode about what an honor it is to serve. But Patro shuts it down fast, ordering her and the animal companions out. And then the air shifts. It's just Alexis and the Crimson Duo alone. Anyways, end of chapter.
Yeah. Lots of voices while she's sleeping.
Yeah, lots of voices. It
and
sounds
not
like
just Patro's ass.
Yeah, so
and not Achilles, because
how do you
can
know?
Hurt somebody with his voice.
But that's if he uses his power with his voice. What if he's not using his power with his voice?
Yeah, but there's a oath for him to not take the muzzle off?
Unless it's necessary. What if they have figured out what if they have figured out how to justify within their own oath how it's necessary?
How do we not know it's Augustus?
I don't know. It could be
Augustus. you remember Augustus Gloop?
Yeah, from Harry Potter. Oh, God.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Is it the same guy? The really big...
The fat kid that gets sucked up with the chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the same type of person, but I was thinking of the uncle in Harry Potter.
What sucks is I know Augustus is supposed to be super sexy, but now I'm just going to think about that. Oh. Sorry, everybody. Hopefully I didn't ruin your Augustus.
You didn't ruin it for me. I've seen the fan art.
Yeah. I mean, it does have a raccoon, apparently.
Yeah. All right. Other big takeaways. Now Alexis knows about the marriage law, and she is not happy about that.
First of all, I didn't even think about this until just now. But yeah, this sounds very Handmaid's Tale. So they're trying to control the population because fertility's down, which was like the whole reason the whole Handmaid's Tale happened, because you're like, oh, God's punishing us, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And then using government to force fucking bullshit laws. I mean, look at what's going on with the fucking massacre. Who wants to be a citizen of Sparta? Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit.
No, thanks.
Once you're teleported there, can you say, nah, I'm fucking good, bro?
No.
So you're forced, no matter what, to be a citizen. That's fucked up, see?
As far as I can tell, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like when you're 19, you go to the Initiation Massacre. Good luck with your life.
Yeah. As much as we're having so much fun with this book, I have a feeling she's saying a lot more than we're seeing when it comes to like government and all that stuff. So we're going to play along with that. Yeah, we see the undertones, and we're going to dig them out, if you will, archaeological find them, since we're doing like Greek mythology here.
I love it.
So tinfoil hat. So WSDL. So we know war, sex. What does DNL do you think? If you were just guessing for fun.
Discipline and love.
Okay.
War, sex.
Think about the characters.
War,
Karen.
Sex, death.
Could be, because Karen, he's the one who rows on the river Styx. Sorry, Nick Styx. Yeah, Nick's, I'm thinking. Snake.
Hey, we got Alexis, Nick, Sticks. Yeah, I got you.
What's the other one's name?
So do we think the D is death then for Karen?
Yeah. So what did you say? Death?
Yes.
Okay. I would have said drugs. That'd been more fun.
Well, I mean, they do have a weapons.
I guess this does sound more Roman. That's why I was questioning.
Death. So what goes with death? War and sex, death and...
War, sex.
Lies?
Could be.
Death. Life? Death and life?
That sounds like a fucking heavy metal band, dude.
Death. It does.
That's like an 80s
War,
metal
sex,
band, like an 80s hair band.
lies.
Yeah. War, sex, death, lies. Blah. Fuck yeah. T-shirts.
All right. T-shirts,
Yes.
War, sex, death, lies.
We gotta get with Jasmine Mass. Jasmine Mass, let us make some War, Sex, Death, and Lies T-shirts, man. Be fucking perfect. Just 80s hair band, these motherfuckers. Dude, they're perfect. This is perfect.
I love it.
Rage band.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
I feel like these characters are ragey enough to be...
Oh, God, yeah. They're fucking plenty emo enough for this shit. That's why they're called the Broody Bunch.
The Broody Bunch, for sure.
Okay, another tinfoil hat. The nightmare that we read out loud.
Yeah.
So the urge to devour filled me. It felt like someone else's emotion. So I'm thinking this is linked to the thing that attacked the mother. That's what it sounds like was that attack.
That makes sense. Do you think she was feeling that emotion from whatever she was linked to? Or
did somebody save her and they're showing her this? They're showing it through the eyes of whatever saved her. She felt something during that time. There was a Peter tingle.
Okay, here we go.
Like a spider sense.
My chest hurt as she died.
Mm-hmm.
Was I hurting her?
There you go. Yeah.
Mm.
It sounds like all of the Broody Bunch have mind powers.
Yeah.
So somebody might be helping her out and feeding this in her. I don't know. Or this could be her power.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, this could be her.
Because I think my tinfoil hat is that she's linked to Medusa somehow. And that's why Medusa is locked up and why she was abandoned. And why there's a Nyx.
And that would explain Nyx's statement.
Yeah. So I think this might be her. I don't know. I think it's her. I think this is part of her power.
I think
the way
it's
she
part
killed
of her
her
power
mother.
too. I think I have that in my notes as power? Question mark?
Yeah.
All right. One more tinfoil hat. One more. Why can't the Spartans see or hear Nyx? Like nobody can see or hear Nyx.
Well, maybe she doesn't want them to.
Like, is that an echidna's power that...
I don't know too much about echidnas.
Me neither.
It's been a long time since I dove into Greek mythology, and I wasn't too much into the creatures as I was into the gods and the goddesses.
I'm very excited about the creatures now.
Oh, yeah, me too. If there's not a phoenix somewhere, I'm going to be so angry. That's my favorite.
There's got it.
Yeah, you got to have a phoenix.
All right. You want to do the quote? It wasn't a direct quote, but it was the part of the chapter.
No, you can do that quote.
If I had a muzzle, then people wouldn't expect me to talk to them. I wonder if he'll let me borrow it.
That's a good one, yeah. There's too many good quotes in this book.
There's too many.
We need to have a thread and just put your favorite quotes in there for us.
Everyone
who's listening.
I've got that in Storygraph. Please feel free to drop your favorite quotes.
We need to do a thread on our socials that people can just post under a spoiler thread where they can do like favorite quotes and all that shit.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
We can put that in Discord.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to do our picks. My pick. I laugh so fucking hard. Just thinking about this scene. People are just talking shit. She's just in and out of her fucking drug state. And then she just... all of her energy, she just raises her hand. Everyone just staring at just middle finger. And then some dude's just laughing, just and then she passes right back out.
That's so great.
Just enough energy to be like, fuck you. So fucking funny.
And then on top of that, because she just keeps getting more and more epic, my pick for this is, she said, I tuned him out. I had reached my daily limit of interacting with people.
Oh my God.
This is like, she was done and decided she was no longer having a conversation.
All right. And then you said maybe a trope call out with music.
Yeah. Is music being some kind of catalyst? Is it a trope? Is music a trope?
I'm not saying that music's not extremely important to her and she associates everything with music and that's why she does it in her head and why, like you said, but I don't think it's a trope. I just think that this is just part of her personality.
Okay.
Just like with you listen to certain songs based on your emotions. Like you won't listen to screaming music unless you're angry. Just certain songs evoke emotions and that's just how it is for her. This is not really a trope. It's just, she's just deeper with music because she's neurospicy like we are. We're just more involved in the music.
Okay.
Now, the other trope you do have...
Is that a nickname?
100%.
Yeah, throwing a nickname out there.
100%.
From, we don't even know who this is from.
Real quick, for the people who don't speak the language, tell them what it means.
Beloved or dearest one?
So that's definitely a trope. better nickname. Yeah. So we'll call that trope.
That's a tropey type thing for sure. All right. Now we did have a character call out too, just a little bit, maybe.
We know about Medusa. We just now know a little bit more that they are saying she used the Titans to attack the House of Zeus. So that is what is being said.
And Nyx vehemently denies that.
Words matter.
Yes.
But we already assumed that there's something going on with Medusa. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
We assumed.
All right. This was a fun chapter.
It was. Are you turn the page?
I am. Let's strategizing. Chapter 7. Alexis.
The game plan? Don't die. Solid strategy.
So for about 5 seconds, Alexis thinks maybe, just maybe, Patro is going to act like a human being. And then, nope, right back to being a dick. Basically, he tells her she's gross and needs a shower. Prince Charming, ladies and gentlemen. But before this little spat can blow up, man. Achilles grabs him and drags him out so she can shower. Which, let's be honest, Nyx was probably counting down to like it was Christmas morning. This shower is the first real shower of Alexis's life. We're talking hot water, actual shampoo, not just a sad bar of soap that she and Charlie had shared for years. Just a normal human moment. And then the vulnerability sneaks in because the second she let herself think about Charlie, she breaks down, crying in the shower. And honestly, it's probably the first time she's ever allowed herself to just sit in her feelings without immediately armoring back up again.
She has a panic attack mid-shower, and that's when it happens. A voice in her head. Mother's dead because of both arms flare with red marks. Her vision blurs, and it looks like poison spreading under her skin. She's spiraling hard until Nyx snaps her out of it. So Alexis asks if maybe this is her power since she can see and talk to Nyx, but here's the catch. Powers are supposed to feel euphoric like a rush. Alexis, she just feels crushing despair. Even Nyx doesn't get it. Then we learn Nyx isn't bonded to Alexis. She had another person once. Important word there. And she's physically unable to say who it was. Interesting choice of word, physically.
Yeah, she used the word gone. Nyx's person is gone. Alexis drags herself out of the shower to find her room totally cleaned. New clothes, fresh sheets, which, I mean, great, but she was going to miss that emotional support sheet. She had blood all over.
Aw.
Crusty. She gets dressed, heads outside, and decides she deserves one small slice of paradise and stretches out in the sun. And for a second, it's actually peaceful until someone comes along and ruins it with the most random-ass question.
Why do you look like Zeus?
What? He points out that she's got the same hair, the same eye. We know the truth about the eye, but the comparison still stings. And then we get this absolute gem of a line. Some wounds are so visible that no one can see them. Chills.
Favorite line of the book so far. If they really want to know if Alexis is tied to Zeus, why not just do a paternity test? Oh, wait. Can't do that with Spartans because their DNA is too acidic. And if you've been watching the alien movies like we have recently, literally all of them, you'll know that's bad shit.
That's not good.
And obviously, she was supposed to know this, to which Alexis nails one of the best lines in the book.
Literally nothing is obvious about Sparta.
This is why Jasmine Mass is genius. The story's chaotic, but if Alexis herself is in on the joke, she's basically roasting the world that she's stuck in. Take the subject matter seriously, but not the story itself.
For real.
Patro throws some light verbal abuse her way before asking about her power. And when Alexis says she doesn't have one, his eye twitches and he storms out like a full-blown Kyle who's just chugged 3 monsters and couldn't find drywall fast enough. Straight up fucking tantrum.
So here's the rundown. If Alexis had powers, it would feel amazing, bubbly, effervescent, champagne in your veins pleasure. But chthonic powers, oh no, that's not popping bottles. That's chugging battery acid. All pain, all consuming, burn you from the inside kind of power. And because of that, there are 0 chthonic mutts. None. Wait a minute. Turns out their seed literally boils wombs. Yeah, so Sparta Sex Ed just jumped from awkward to horror show. So let's tally up Alex's card. No powers, no training, no house backing, a history of bones that snap like stale pretzels. But hey, she's good at school. Gold star. That'll totally save her in the murder dome. Even the animals don't like her. And when the pets side eye you, you know you're doomed. Patro hands her 2 books. One in Latin, one translated, like she just got assigned summer reading. Congrats on not dying yesterday. Here's your homework on how you're probably going to die tomorrow.
All right. Jen is going to read a little bit of what the Crucible says in the book. that book that Alexis is reading.
All Sparta is divided by one mental test, one of which paranoia inhabits, sleep deprivation another, and starvation the third. What others in their own language call pain is, in our Spartan War Academy, the crucible. The river Styx separates the Dolomites from the academy. The drowning and running separate them from the mind. Of all these, the cunning are the bravest, because they are farthest from civilization and refinement. Their minds don't break when the rest shatter.
And then we get a fabulous meta moment from the author where she uses Alexis to basically roast the rules of the crucible itself, almost saying it's nonsense. The author is literally making fun of her own book. It's hilarious. But what's funny is it wraps up with, there are no stupid gods because there are no stupid Spartans. The crucible or death, there is no third option.
Jeez.
What? Okay. And after finishing this delightful little manual, Alexis crashes and, surprise, nightmare time. Crimson Eyes again, whoever it is, has a message for her. Quote, "You're going to survive. You're going to do it for them, or I'll bring you back to life and make you wish you were dead. Then I'll make him break your mind. Obey. You don't want to test me, Carissima."
Whoa.
End quote.
Okay. Well, and of course, Patro's right there, bright and early, making sure she actually read the homework. Alexis is over it. She rattles off mental test, pain, suffering, starvation, paranoia, death, blah, blah, blah. And then Patro.
That's a pretty accurate summary.
Once again, gold star for sarcasm. And then he chucks another book her way. This one's about the 4 disciplines of the Crucible, except it's basically just a syllabus. Titles only, no details. You can't tell the initiates what they're up against. That would be cheating. So the legendary Spartan curriculum looks like this. Pythagorean, math plus philosophy, the cruelest combo meal ever invented. Lost classical lore, which is archaic history in Latin. Perfect. Discipline and power, DNP. Sounds like a brooding metal band. And then finally, bonding with your animal protector. Because why not throw a petting zoo elective into the bloodbath? And Patro assumes she'll get a bird since Zeus is her dad. Because that's totally how inheritance works.
For the next 5 nights, Alexis is still healing and having nightmares about the Crimson-Eyed Feller. The day before she heads out to the Crucible, tall, dark, and asshole-ish, and silent and deadly himself decide to give her a quick pep talk. Quote, "You won't survive the Spartan War Academy without power. They will literally kill you if you think you're powerless. No questions asked, so don't tell anyone." Real motivating.
Very motivating. And then they tell us about Augustus, which is Patro's older brother. 31, devastatingly handsome, but he's a total recluse. Nobody really knows him, and he just so happens to be the heir of the House of War. The only thing working in Alexis's favor, in Sparta, it is taboo to ask about another person's power. Nobody talks about it, which is probably the most convenient loophole that she's actually had. Yes. So Alexis braces herself for the badass mentors to unleash some next level strategy. And what does she get? Just survive. And she keeps pushing. Strategy is the only thing standing between her and certain death. But Patro admits the secret. He and Achilles survived because from day one, they were the biggest, baddest in the arena. And they made damn sure everybody knew it. That's it. That was their playbook.
Patro actually softens a little, tells her if she can make it through the first 14 days, and they might talk about some strategy.
Oh, thanks.
Then they hand her a 21st century exercise toga with built-in sports bra and shorts, but no shoes. And I feel like this is a huge missed opportunity by our author not having the Greek goddess Nike show up with some new kicks, considering the company is named after her, just showing up like, here, have these and like sponsor all of the Spartans. That'd be so fun.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Maybe that's part of like graduation. Maybe
get some new kicks. Like, here's some new kicks with some wings on them.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then it's back to painful teleporting. And Alexis is suddenly standing with 9 boys, only one of them wearing a laurel, which means that just 1 out of 3 heirs made it. They're standing at the gates of the Spartan War Academy. It's time for the Crucible to begin.
Yeah. Hey, wow. There was a lot in this chapter.
Yeah. Big takeaways, though. Biggest one, she has no powers.
She has no powers.
And no one knew.
No one knew.
And it made Patro go full Kyle.
I freaking love his eye twitches. His eye twitches are probably the best.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need a graphic novel, at least at minimum. I would like to see this animated or something.
I would like to see how many different eye twitches that she could record in a single graphic novel or a conversation between the two of them.
Hollywood is missing out not picking this woman up to write sitcoms and shit. Missing out.
Truth.
Okay.
All right. There are 4 classes. We learned about the 4 classes they're about to take. We already touched on those. Thagorean, Lost Classical Lore, Discipline and Power, and then Animal Protectors. And Nyx is not her animal protector.
Okay.
Her bonded person is gone.
Yep.
Specific word, gone.
So real quick, I do have a question.
Yeah.
I haven't dug into dark academia yet. We do have a few books on our shelf. So is this kind of like a dark academia thing where they're now about to do a Harry Potter where they're going to class together and then they got to weed each other out?
I think so. I really don't remember.
So I'm wondering how it works. Obviously, they're probably going to tell us in the next few chapters. I'm just guessing here. This is why we do tinfoil hats. Are they competing each other to try to kill each other like a Squid Game thing? Whoever survives at the end survives. Or is it just literally whoever survives, survives? Like it could be all 10 or it could just be 1.
I believe it is whoever survives, survives.
Okay.
That is my understanding.
But not saying that
based on how they said it.
But not saying people can't be ash-hole-ish and try to take each other out.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're trying to weed out the weak. So if you get taken out, based on what you just read, like how you just read that.
So that sounds like Survivor versus from what I read. That sounds like you're surviving shitty things. It doesn't sound like there's a war against each other. Like you're fighting each other. It sounds like you're surviving starvation and.
Yeah, it's all about that. Paranoia and habits. So paranoia, sleep deprivation, starvation. Yeah. So pain is essentially the point. Drowning and running. So essentially you could drown.
Yeah.
Or fall off of the side of the mountain.
So I am very curious, and I'm going to do some digging for next episode. If some of this wasn't actual real Spartan training to weed out, because if you remember the movie 300, which I know is still fake, but even
they were the best of the best.
They were the best of the best, but their training methods were ridiculous, and they literally killed weak children.
I mean, they have Spartan whatever's at the CrossFit places. Because they're lunatics too.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is I'm just wondering if she borrowed some of this from actual real like Spartan training to where like they would sleep deprive them and starve them to see how much they can take. And if you survived after so many days, because that's why, not getting ahead of ourselves, but they do talk about next chapter how long humans can survive. So I'm wondering if that's something like Spartans actually did to strengthen and weed out the weak.
It's very possible.
So that's
we should check that out.
I'm very curious.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. This is fun. It'd be nice to ask her. I bet she knows the answer. We wouldn't even.
Yeah. Put that out there, everybody.
Yeah,
get her on our side. Interview.
All right, so let's talk about this tinfoil hat I've got going here.
Okey-dokey.
Her vision warped, and for a second, it looked like poison spreading beneath her skin. What is?
She was getting emotional because of Charlie. So I want to talk about that vulnerable moment.
Yes.
So
okay,
real quick. Let's think about the emotion she's going through. So this is the first time ever she's having a legit shower. She's feeling that warm water and like she's using real soap or real shampoo. Can you imagine the emotions that's causing? And then now she's feeling guilty because Charlie's not there to enjoy this with her. And now that's just unraveling. And she finally has an alone time to feel her feelings. So that's why she's crying. And that's why I think her power is connected to her feelings. And maybe it's starting to rise up. Maybe Nyx noticed, and that's why Nyx calmed her down.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. It sounded like she was starting to have a panic attack, and I thought that maybe was what Nyx was noticing, but maybe Nyx was noticing.
Well, she was having
she
was having a panic attack, and that's what I mean. It was connected to her power, I think. So I think that's what we're seeing was something was connected emotionally.
This is not the first mention of poison, and I have actually started noting any mentions of the word poison.
Yeah.
The book. Well, because of it. I'm like,
Patro even said it. They are connected emotionally because whenever the Olympians use it, they feel bubbly and they feel euphoric, where the Broody Bunch, they feel like shit when they use it. I don't know. Maybe I'm curious.
I'm very curious too. All right. We already talked about Nyx's bonding.
Yeah, we think that she might be bonded to Medusa, possibly.
That's what I'm saying, because she said gone. She didn't say dead.
Yeah, and she's a snake. Snakes. Yeah. Slithery snake.
That seems a little on the note. Yeah. So I feel like that might be wrong, but it could be.
All right. So this is one of my favorite chapters, and we probably had a million quotes we could have gone with, especially at the beginning where they're going back and forth. But we're going to do some of these. I'll let you take the first one. I'll do the second.
All right. Some wounds are so visible that no one can see them.
Yeah, so we picked that one because that was just a beautiful quote, because a lot of us feel that I've never been physically abused, thank God. But there are some that have, and they have those wounds, and a lot of people just don't realize, or even people that hurt themselves. A lot of people don't understand what issues are there.
What was your quote that you picked?
At this point, it feels like everyone is trying to give me father issues.
Oh, because they're talking about Zeus.
Yeah, and like how Zeus didn't want her, and they're probably trying to kill
Threw
her.
her
Zeus
away.
trying to kill her still, and all this. It was just like, oh.
Clearly, she was thrown out because she was subpar.
And that's what's genius about this is that is a very serious situation. And I know we're laughing because of what she's saying, but she's still having us talk about it. It's still shitty. She's been abandoned, and she does have father issues.
Really have father issues, and rightfully, good Lord.
And that
sounds like her father burnt her with cigarettes.
But I'm glad that's why she put that in here, because a lot of people don't make fun of father issues. Oh, that's why you're a stripper, and that's why you're this and this. It's like, they still need help, dude. Yes, they're reaching out to men that are bad because it reminds, like, anyone that shows them affection, it's
the same thing for anyone. Yeah. They're reaching out for what they're lacking. So,
and her wall is so high right now. I don't know. We'll get a lot deeper into that later.
Oh, for sure. We'll definitely be delving into that.
All right, so let's go with our picks. So my pick is one of my favorite ones. I got to read the whole thing so you guys get the quote. So again, this is another one I had to go with. Okay. All right, so she talks about she wants a meteor to strike her in the head, and she says, "Please, God, hit me with your best shot. I'm ready." And then here's Patro. "You're pathetic. Even for an Olympian, you're an embarrassment," Patro snarled. And that's saying something. God did not, in fact, hit me with his best shot.
So hilarious.
Because she's basically saying Patro's like roast was bullshit. Oh, like you could have done better than that. Like if you're gonna make fun of me, like at least say something good.
Make it a good shot. Come on, man.
That was so funny.
That was a fabulous pick. I love that. All right, my pick was just Nyx scoffing about wanting a shower. Nyx is just so bougie. I love her snaky bouginess. And listening to it on audiobook just makes it that much better. Yeah. Just listening to her, like, just incredulous. Of course I want a shower. How dare you even ask me such a thing, you silly girl. It was fabulous.
Then we have a quick trope call out. So the clothes that were neatly folded, one shirt smelled like one and the pants smelled like the other.
Yep.
So we had their smells on them.
So those are their clothes. They didn't have clothes for her, so they
each gave a piece. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Did we get a new character?
We did not this one. No, this was just them. I think the author was just showing the banter between the Crimson Duo and her and just showing us how their relationship is going to work from here on out.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. And then we have quick lore talk. We do want to talk a little bit about the Crucible and the classes. So one thing was absolutely hilarious, speaking of the lore talk, where Patro asked her, she's like, "Do you know what the Crucible is?" And she's like, "I knew a trick question when I saw one."
So she just answered?
Yeah, so it's hilarious.
So she just...
yeah.
Oh, man. And of course, he took her answer as a no.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So again, we did hit on the Crucible and the classes already. So our last chapter 8, we start with the Crucible. You ready to turn the page?
I am. Let's go.
The Spartan War Academy, Chapter 8, Alexis.
No food, no sleep, no baths. But hey, plenty of Let's hit the circuit.
Here we are, middle of July, barefoot, freezing, walking down into a carved-out mountain. I'm sure Nike would have had some great hiking boots for these people.
It was a miss.
We meet General Cleandro, bald,
Yeah.
intimidating, long black toga with a hawk the size of a pickup truck on his shoulder.
Rowan? Is that you?
What is he doing in this series? Instead, this cavernous room is where they'll be living, 5 doors around a sacred pool. Classroom, library, bathroom, bedroom, and a tunnel leading to the creature menagerie.
Ooh.
Additionally, there was a soundtrack being played behind them by statues that were bleeding blood. Cleandro starts breaking down what their lives are about to look like.
He starts by breaking it all down with a fun little comparison chart. Humans take 8 weeks to heal a bone. They can go 3 weeks without food, 10 days without sleep, 3 days without water, and that's it. They're toast.
Wow, we suck.
Yeah, right? Spartans, on the other hand, that's a whole different beast. They can live forever. Pop bones back in about 2 weeks. Go 60 days without food, 30 days without sleep, and 2 whole weeks without water. Which, okay, who's the first Spartan that decided to test drive this? Let's see how long we can go without eating.
Oh, some bro.
Anyways.
It's a bro thing.
But here's the kicker. None of these little wannabes are full Spartans yet, so they're all still breakable. Cleandro makes the point crystal clear when he stops dead in front of Alexis, full drill sergeant mode. Ugh. She stutters because it's terrifying. And another initiate snickers, which was apparently a bad move because Cleandro cracks him like a glow stick. Humans die when they hit their limits. Spartans, they don't. And that's the line that these kids are about to walk.
Then the general claims that this is the most civilized test in the world.
What?
Yeah, I must be kidding. We just heard the welcome lunch debrief. His definition of civilized, this is all a mental test. From now until January, no food, no baths, no sleep, while at the academy. And if you get injured, heal yourself. Then he shows them the doors. First stop, the bedroom, which is hilarious since they aren't allowed to sleep. Then he does the full boomer routine when he gets to the bathroom. Back in my day, we had a shit in a hole.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Next is the classroom. No desk for the initiates, just piles of books and supplies on the floor. Teacher gets the only chair.
Which means this is where they'll be spending most of their time. Sitting crisscross applesauce like it's kindergarten circle time. But with way more murder vibes, I think. Then he takes them to the crown jewel, the library. And this place is gorgeous. Plush chairs, fancy desks, fireplaces, actual comfort in Sparta. Alexis is practically glowing. And then she spots other females as, yes, hallelujah. Except nope, they're muses. They're pretty to look at, but totally untouchable. Probably shouldn't even talk to them. And last, Cleandro shows them the tunnel. Long, dark, ominous. The way to the animal menagerie. It sounds cool, right? But he undercuts it with the cheeriest little death warning. Don't bother looking forward to it because some of you won't even survive until September. Love the pep talk, thanks.
And of course, no kitchen and no bathhouse. So congrats, you're starving and filthy. That is a very big kick to the face.
Right?
And Alexis just got out of that situation herself. The professors have full control here. Classes can run however long they want. Okay. Breaks are at their disposal. And this year, there are 3 professors, 2 of them from the Broody Bunch.
Oh, no.
And not just any Broody Bunch, the infamous heirs,
Ooh.
Augustus, Marcia Brady, and Karen, Jan Brady. It just fits because Jan was a Karen.
I feel like Patro has more Dan vibes, though.
That's a good point. We might have to rework this Broody Bunch and get back with everybody.
All right, so here's the teaching style, Socratic method, which basically means they're going to cold call you at random and pray you don't choke. And if you do get it wrong, congratulations, you've just ruined everyone's day because your mentors get notified and have to lead the entire class in something called the circuit. What's the circuit, you ask? I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
Oh, just a casual jog through the mountains, capped off with a swim across the river Styx, that river Styx, where Karen is waiting. That's totally not terrifying at all. Then someone in the back finally grows a pair and asks the question everyone's thinking. What about the Titans? Cleandro absolutely loses it. Don't be silly. The Titans fear the Spartans, not the other way around. They aren't full Spartans. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally reassuring. And this is not at all foreshadowing.
While the general's being distracted by Muse, Augustus is being talked about by some of the initiates. He's apparently honorable, fair, supposedly the sanest heir. And now Karen is almost as unstable as Medusa, apparently. He's Hades' favorite soldier, known as the Hunter. Rumor is he only agreed to teach because he enjoys torturing Olympians. Then Cleandro herds them back into the classroom, throws his feet on the only desk, and everyone else just sits there awkwardly waiting for something to happen.
Sitting there in total silence, waiting for the next round of torture when, bam, the door swings open and in walks this guy in a white toga. Yet he's young, he has short brown hair and kind brown eyes. And he's actually smiling? A friendly face in Sparta? Alexis is suspicious. Turns out this is Pine, and he is their Pythagorean professor. And yes, that means math. The ethics and philosophy of mathematics, to be exact. Alexis is scribbling notes like she just found her safe space. For a hot minute, things actually seem calm. There's music in the background. The candle wax is dripping in steady rhythm. Alexis is fully leaning into her nerd mode. And then, of course, someone blows it and doesn't answer a question right.
And sure as shit the moment someone gets the question wrong, Cleandro pages the mentors and boom, Borex, heir of Poseidon, shows up to lead everyone through the circuit. Thanks, Alexander.
Ugh.
So they're dragged outside in the hot sun. Alexis, who has exactly 1 day of gym class under her belt, is now running mountains in Italy. She barely makes it to the top before the bullying starts again. Perfect timing.
Fabulous, because if you're going to nearly die in PE, why not add a bully to the mix? Enter Titus, a sniveling, hair-pulling, punk-ass bitch. which is exactly what Alexis would have called him if she wasn't too busy snotting, gagging, and dry heaving onto the dirt. And then it got worse. She coughs up blood. Now she's less worried about Titus and more concerned that she's about to hack up a lung. She tries to swat Nyx off her neck, but nope, Nyx isn't going anywhere. She's not about to slither through the dirt like a common dog. Diva snake energy again. And just like that, time's up, guys. No metal, no mercy. Just jog your broken ass back down the mountain and pray you make it to the bottom alive. The journey into hell continues. Hey.
All right, Spartan Academy's going to suck.
Oh my God. And it's a mental test, the mental fortitude to withstand the paranoia and the starvation and sleep.
Thank God she's been through it her whole life, so she's got a little bit of a leg up. And they said she didn't have any powers.
I'm so glad that she got to have that really long shower for her and Nyx.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like she's about to spend 2 weeks of not getting one. All right, so what about tinfoil hat?
All right, I feel like one or two of these initiates are going to get picked off by a Titan or two because of the whole, you don't need any protection because the Spartan doesn't need any protection. So if you get picked off, it's your fault, basically.
Essentially.
So that's a little bit of foreshadowing. Someone's going to get picked off by a Titan. So there's going to be a Titan attack eventually. There has to be.
Or somebody's going to go off trail or they're just going to show up somewhere.
While they're running, doing the circuit, someone's getting picked off and they're going to be like, we're losing initiates. I don't know, something's going to happen.
And Titans it's going to be a Titan.
Yeah, Titans are going to eventually come to play.
Yeah, for sure. What did you think about General Cleandro saying there are no stupid gods because I make sure there are no stupid Spartans?
I think that's just typical trainer speech where he's, if you listen to me, then...
You don't think it was a threat?
No.
Oh.
No, because he doesn't give a fuck if anyone dies. They don't give a shit.
I thought he was
he's just
threatening.
No, he's just saying that he's a tough-ass badass and he doesn't train weak Spartans. It's one of those, like from, what's it called? Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
The very beginning of Full Metal Jacket where he's yelling at the troops, one of the greatest scenes of all time, which is all made up, by the way. That all came from that dude's head.
Oh, that's insane.
Yes. That whole scene came from him because he was a drill instructor in real life.
That's amazing.
Rewatch it if you get a chance because it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know how he thinks of this shit. It's almost like Jasmine Mass. Like, how are you thinking of these quips? That's how this dude is. Like, so good.
Speaking of quotes, I think this was your favorite, so I'm going to let you talk about this.
All right. Quote, Vorex trailed off and muttered something under his breath about pathetic, weak bitches. I would have been offended, but I was too busy trying to find my will to live like the aforementioned pathetic, weak bitch. But then I also forgot about...
lost it.
I can't find the book, but I also forgot about the one where she says, where the other dude's puking.
Here it is. I found it.
Yeah.
All right. Another initiate keeled over and emptied his stomach. Relatable. Let it out, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so great.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about your pick. I love this for you.
Yay, we got bald guy representation. But I'll take it.
But a general.
Is typical, just like what's his face from Throne of Glass. Brillo.
Yeah, Brillo.
Yeah, he was bald too. Like, we're always like the people that are like the drill sergeants. Oh, man.
Aw, poor bald drill sergeants. I'm so sorry, honey.
There's bald 20-year-olds.
That's true.
Throw them in there.
I like it.
And what's your pick?
My pick is that Nyx would not slither. She would be carried and Alexis would enjoy it. Yeah. I absolutely love her diva snake energy. A 30-pound snake who refuses to be left behind and then just coils around your neck while you're trying to jog up a mountain. Hey, don't worry about being an extra 30 pounds of weight.
Yeah. All right. We met a shit ton of characters, starting with the bald guy, General Cleandro. Drill instructor has a hawk. Size of a dog, animal protector, which we made fun of with saying was Rowan.
Yep.
So that hawk is now Rowan from now on.
Yep. So General Cleandro and Rowan.
Yep.
And then we got Professor Pine. He is the Thagorean instructor. And we got young, short, brown hair, shiny black raven animal protector. He seems way too happy. Maybe a pushover?
I think so. He's either a pushover or something is wrong with this guy. Because remember that saying, like when someone is way too happy, especially like in the Spartan world, she even mentioned it. Yeah. This dude is way too happy for this bullshit world.
This is suspicious.
Yeah, so we're watching you, Professor Pine. You're way too fucking happy.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
All right, next we get Vorex.
Mm-hmm.
He is the heir to the House of Poseidon and mentor to Alexander and the one who takes them on their first little circuit run.
Woohoo. All right, and then we have Cassius Hermes. We just have that he is the only remaining heir in the Crucible.
Oh, so a Hermes guy made it. All right. And then we meet Alexander, who is Vorex's mentee, and he's Poseidon's mutt and one of the 10 competitors.
Okay. And Titus, her bully, new bully, most likely the Jack Barlow of the group, seems very assholish. Unsure of the house for now. I don't think we caught that.
Nope, we do not, but he's an Olympian. So I haven't looked, again, don't have the book with me, don't know the rest of the Olympians. I was going to try to guess like which one, maybe Dionysus, maybe a drunk.
Ooh, maybe.
It could be a party boy. I think he's a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, some lore talk. So the Spartans who do go past those limits that were mentioned don't die like humans. They go into a coma.
I wonder if that's a coma that they can come back out of. Because it seemed permanent. Like they made it seem permanent, but you don't die. I'll be very interested to see if they can come back out.
So the only way they can officially die is if you bleed them out, chop their heads off, normal war shit, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just one real quick thing. I forgot that I didn't put this up in the top, but I want to talk about how much she talked about birds as government surveillance drones in this chapter.
Oh, with Paul before Shovel?
Paul before Shovel. She talked about the
Shovel.
raven being one. Like she's suspicious of all birds and does not want a bird as an animal protector.
Well, that's because she was hanging out with Paul too much because neighbor Paul pre-Shovel thought that birds were government surveillance. And of course, that's a very right-wing thing, which I think is very funny, by the way.
It is. It's hilarious. That was a absolutely fabulous end to this week's chapters.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. Are you ready to play He Said, She Said?
I am. Let's go.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said, episode 2 of Blood of Hercules. Last week was fun. Let's see if we can do it again this week.
All right. I'm excited. I know I messed this up this week, and I'm sorry.
You have zero confidence in yourself every single week we do this.
No, last week I felt really good. This week I do not.
Okay.
I feel like I rushed it, and I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I don't know.
Do we need to get you a babysitter?
Probably.
Okay. Well, let's start with your easy one and see how you did.
All right. Ready?
Go for it.
Wake up.
Okay.
That was it.
That was it.
Wake up.
That's an easy one.
Yay. Okay.
Patro to Alexis.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not mad.
You ready for mine?
Yes.
You smell and look repulsive.
That is also going to be Patro to Alexis.
Yeah.
Is this just going to be a bunch of Patro to Alexis?
I don't think so. For easy, yes. Because
Yeah,
they're
I
obvious.
mean, yeah, they're pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hit me with your medium.
All right. My medium it could be a little tricky, actually. Ready?
Yeah.
Understood?
Did you do Patro to Alexis again? Because let's see. Hold on.
I know. Because you said it could be 2 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that.
Understood.
He does say it to Alexis, but that's not which one I'm talking about.
Okay. Is it like the doctor to
Yes.
Alexis? Okay.
Damn it. No, well, it's Patro to the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still Patro.
Well, I mean,
But to
I
the
still got
doctor.
it wrong, but yeah, that's a good one.
That's how it's supposed to be, right?
Okay. You ready for mine?
Yes.
Snap out of it, girl.
Oh, man. Snap out of it, girl. I feel like that could actually be 2 people.
Yes.
I feel like that could be Fate and that could be Nyx.
Which a lot of people think are the same, but we don't think so anymore.
No, I don't think so
'Cause
anymore.
Obviously, we met Fate while Nyx was with her, so.
Yeah. Snap out of it, girl. Oh, man. I can't remember if she was like zoning out when she was supposed to be given her name. Snap out of it, girl. Oh, wait. Snap out of it. She was seeing like something in her veins. Was it when she was in the shower? So it's Nyx to Alexis in the shower.
So I'm going to give you the point. So here's the part.
Oh, okay.
So Nyx does say it to Alexis. She says, snap out of it, girl, but not in the shower. She says it, hold on, because you did get it right. Because it's funny. She says it to her while they're out in the Coliseum when she's like looking around and like, oh my gosh. She's like, hey, snap out of it, girl. And
just looking around?
No, sorry. During the massacre.
Oh.
Snap out of it. Yeah. And then in the shower scene, she says, snap out of it, woman.
Oh.
Words matter, right? Girl,
They
woman.
do.
So.
I just remembered the snap out of it.
Yes, that is something Nyx says to her a lot.
Oh, I'm watching you now. Okay.
Words matter.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do. All right.
Hey, you got me with understood.
I did.
Come on.
That was good.
All right.
That's
Well,
really good.
our mediums were solid, so let's go for our hard ones. Go for it.
All right. You're the worst. Maybe I didn't do so bad on this one.
Well, yeah, because this is a bully book, and that is something, and she's being bullied by everybody. Okay, that could be an obvious Patro, but Alexis could also say it. Then you also have the initiates in chapter 8. I'm going to go with Titus to Alexis in chapter 8.
Final answer?
It's either Titus or one of the initiates. That's my guess.
It is Alexis to Nyx.
Oh, okay.
Because she
Wow.
refuses to slither on the ground. She's like, you're the worst.
That's a really good hard one.
All right. Give me your hard one.
Okay, mine is probably not as hard as yours. Yeah, that's what she said.
That is what she said.
Actually, why would she say that?
Why would hers be as
Why would
hard as
hers be-
yours?
Well, I mean, there's a different kind of, there's other she's out there. Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway.
Yes.
They're dangerous.
They're dangerous. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like Nyx could have said this to Alexis about the Crimson Duo. I feel like the female nurse said something to her about them being dangerous. Oh man. That's it. They're dangerous.
Well, they also talked about Augustus and Karen.
No, is that the
initiates.
quote?
Yeah, that's
They're
just the quote.
dangerous?
They're dangerous.
Oh man.
There's a lot of dangerous people in this here book.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say the nurse to Alexis.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Yep, nurse to Alexis. They're
Oh
dangerous.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Okay,
This
so
was a good one.
bonus ones.
Bonus.
So, and kind of say where you think you would have put it, like medium, hard, easy, wherever.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay.
Fight to the death.
Hades.
To who?
To the initiates.
Yep. Yeah, that was a very easy one.
All right, I think mine
Mm.
might be somewhere between hard and medium.
Ooh, okay.
You ready?
Yes.
I was trying to get your brain ready.
All right.
I didn't know a Spartan woman could be so pathetic looking.
I didn't know a Spartan woman could be so pathetic looking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Clearly to Alexis.
Well, yeah, but that's what's going to be fun about this book is because so many people are going to bully her. So it does make for hard ones because it's like that could be anybody saying it to her.
All right. So that could clearly be Patch. I'm just going to go ahead and mark Achilles off. He didn't do it.
You could have signed it because remember, we can use sign.
Yes, but she doesn't sign at them.
It doesn't matter. It's about them talking. Oh, yeah. It's to her. That's right.
What did they say again?
I didn't know a Spartan woman could be so pathetic looking.
I didn't know a Spartan. Oh, man. That could be the doctors being dicks. That could be
Well, you also
Karen
had,
or Augustus or whoever was at the foot of the
calling her a
bed.
skeleton.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I'm saying this is not easy. It's like, all right, who's the asshole this time? Which asshole said it, basically?
Sure, that could be Titus.
Dude, that's a game we could play.
Oh, my. Which asshole?
Which asshole said it? And then we could be like, which asshole said it to? Dude, totally.
Did we just change our game?
We could still play this and just add that
Which asshole?
and just
said
like
it?
have like 3 quotes and be like, pick the asshole.
Which
There
asshole
you go.
said it?
Pick the asshole.
Oh, my gosh. I like it.
We just invented a new game, everyone. Pick the asshole coming to you soon.
I am going to say the asshole this time is Titus.
Close.
Ah.
It is one of the
Is it?
initiates.
Okay.
This person is just described as tall redhead initiate.
Oh, okay. So we don't even have a name. All
We
right.
do not have a name yet of that one.
Okay.
Correct.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good bonus.
But
This
dude,
was a
pick
fabulous
the
episode.
asshole. I think that would be so much fun.
Yes,
They all say some nasty shit to her, so
they do.
it'll be great.
This could be a great game.
Yeah, this is definitely a good one.
I look forward to it.
All right, everybody. Time to tune in to SGCN for Spartan Center coming up next.
All right, let's go.
The Massacre in the Dolomites did not disappoint. 50 went in, 10 came out. Welcome back to Spartan Center. I'm Imus of Apollo.
And I'm Pallas of Athena. Week 1 of the Crucible is in the books, and let's just say the rookies got hazed hard.
Beginning our segment with Chapter 5, the initiation match, Pure Carnage. Hades throws down the fog like a defensive coordinator blitzing on first down.
And Alexis Hert, the rookie nobody had on their board, still standing when the smoke clears. That's grit.
Big shout out to her offensive line, Nyx, invisible, venomous, taking hits like an all-pro left tackle. Alexis doesn't make it to the final whistle without her.
And the real surprise of the day, a Chthonic boy pulling the assist.
Ooh.
Supposedly they weren't here. Zeus clearly didn't read the scouting report.
That's a roster shakeup right there. Olympians won the Great War, but one Chthonic mutt sneaking back onto the field, that's like a band player walking back onto the roster.
Then Alexis gets assigned the Crimson Duo, Patro and Achilles. Hall of Fame assholes, but man, they win games.
Achilles is muzzled and Patro has to do the translating. That's like having a star QB who can't call plays and his hype man screaming signals from the sidelines.
It's unorthodox, dangerous. Effective. All right, Chapter 6 is next, and Alexis is listed as questionable on the injury report. Broken bones, dislocated shoulder, ribs, toes, femur.
That's not questionable. That shouldn't be even in the league. But credit where credit is due. She's still flipping the bird half unconscious.
That is MVP attitude. Even flatlined, she's talking trash.
And yet Patro and Achilles aren't buying stock. They wanted flawless. She gave resilience.
Hey, sometimes resilience is the win condition. They might not see it now, but that's the trait that carries a team in the fourth quarter.
On the Chapter 7, she finally gets a shower and her coaches are already writing her again.
And instead of a playbook, they hand her a blank page. 2 weeks, survive on instinct. That's it.
Classic Chthonic coaching. Throw the rookie into the game. No warm-up, no plays. See if she can survive the first drive.
And let's be honest, the locker room doesn't believe in her. The animals hate her. The guys think she's toast.
Even Nyx is giving side-eyed like, girl, you're screwed.
Still, Patro slips her 2 textbooks. That's his version of kindness. Here, study Latin. Don't die.
Brutal training camp, but sometimes those are the teams that come out the strongest.
Finally, we have Chapter 8. It's game day at the Spartan War Academy, and we meet some of the coaching staff for this year's rookies.
General Cleandro walks in looking like a drill sergeant. Hawk perched like a linebacker. His pep talk, no food, no water, no sleep. That is not a game plan. That's hazing.
And when he's giving the tour, he hits the full boomer speech. Back in my day, we shit in a hole. That's inspiration, folks.
Then Alexander fumbles an easy classroom question, and the whole team has to run the circuit.
Replay that tape. Oh, Alexis puking halfway up the mountain. Nyx hanging on like a sweaty towel.
Out the nose, too. That's a choke if we've ever seen one.
Oh, and she wasn't alone. Another initiate lost it right beside her.
Ugh.
Rookie mistake, veteran mistake, it doesn't matter. The mountain got him.
Exactly. Conditioning matters no matter how long you've been in the league. All right, time for our Spartan Center top 5 replays of the week.
All right, coming in at number 5. How is it possible that your brain is smaller than your tiny balls?
I hear steroid use does that. They really should start testing. At number 4, we have Creature punching his own head in.
Thinking they should start wearing helmets to these things.
Yeah, I get that.
At number 3, let me be crystal clear. We own you, and we won't go easy on you because you're an abandoned girl. Also, you disgust us. We don't like you, and we never will. So rid yourself of all romantic delusions. You disgust me too?
The start to a great mentorship. Brings back memories.
So lovely. Meet cute.
In our number 2 spot, we have Patro going full Kyle and taking out a whole wall after finding out Alexis has no powers.
Sponsored by Monster Energy Drink.
Nah.
And finally, our number 1 replay of the week goes to Alexis. Despite her injuries and heavy drugs, still letting everyone know she's number 1.
I don't think that's what she was implying with that finger palace.
Oh. That's your top 5 replays of the week.
Spartan Center Top 5, brought to you by Medusa Sunglasses. Stone Cold Style, guaranteed to turn heads permanently.
That'll do it for this week's Spartan Center. From massacres to meltdowns, Alexis Hert's rookie season is already one for the record books.
And the schedule doesn't get easier. Next week, more Crucible, more Chaos, and probably more Puke.
For IMS, I'm Palace.
Immortality is not a right. It's a privilege.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Booked for Two.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to help other book lovers find the show.
Follow us on socials at Booked for Two Podcast for behind-the-scenes content, updates, and sneak peeks. We'll also post next week's chapters every Sunday so you can read along.
Join us for our live Q&A. We are back to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central on TikTok. We'll answer your burning questions, react to your theories, and occasionally overshare our book-related emotional damage.
Want even more chaos? Join our Discord. The link's in our bio. Come hang out, chat books, get early access to exclusive content.
And finally, don't forget to grab your merch at bookfor2.com.
Until next time, keep turning the page.